Welcome back, everybody. The Occupy Wall Street movement is urging a nationwide strike today to protest the arrest of 73 people over the weekend. Now, police started detaining people on Saturday after hundreds of activists gathered in Lower Manhattan to mark the 6-month anniversary of that movement. Now, several May Day protests are being held around the country as well as internationally. And we're talking about from New York to San Francisco to Washington State, even across the pond to Paris. The Occupy movement is now the subject of a new documentary film. It's called While We Watch, and it chronicles how the movement utilizes social media to tell their story. Take a look.
We do not need the regular media to get this out at all. We are creating our own media. We use social media. We use live stream. We use YouTube, and that's where people are getting objective journalism. That's where people are going to find the truth out, not through these pundit lapdogs that they call the mainstream media.
And I'm joined now by Kevin Breslin, director of While We Watch. Kevin, it's great to have you here, especially on this May Day. Explain to all of us, though, what attracted you to this project.
The energy of storytellers. When I went there, I wasn't sure if I could make a film because it was just so much political talk. I didn't have the ability to tell such a broad story. There was too much information. But the people that was running around, dashing, feverishly working, I saw camera people, guys scribbling notes, storytellers. So I started to follow them, and I thought they were significant. And they're the Occupy media people who try to bring out their story.
All right, so again, it's called While We Watch, and as you know, as you bring up, it's all about storytelling. So where were you able to find the ebbs, the flows, the peaks of all of this that is the roller coaster ride of what we've been watching for the Occupy movement?
They started in Zuccotti Park. Well, they started before that, but really where it came to prominence in America was Zuccotti Park. And they worked out of tents. They needed little Wi-Fi. They had computers. They worked in the rain and the snow. They started a newspaper. They started streaming, texting, blogging. A whole communication team started in a park in New York City day and night. No money. And they brought their information successfully, I feel, to the world.
They were a little resistant to mainstream media, as they've discussed. They realized that they did need to embrace that aspect to be able to reach out to all cross-sections in this country and internationally as well. How do they react to you wanting to come in to be a documentarian about their project, their movement?
It's a good question. As soon as they saw me, they said, "Who are you with? Where's your press pass?" I said, "I don't have a press pass." They liked that then. They trusted me because I wasn't with any mainstream organization. So slowly and incrementally, I talked to everybody, the PR people, the writers, the streamers, the texters. The live streamers were very important, as well as the people that started the newspapers. And they trusted me little by little, and they did not trust mainstream media.
Right.
They were irked that the New York Times denigrated them at a certain time, and they felt that the mainstream media, including Fox, wasn't fair to them. And this morning I was out filming them. They were in front of Fox again, yelling and screaming. They're right that they want their own story told their way, and they drive the narrative by having the marches in the streets, and they cover it.
What's the future of the movement? Some things, and some people would say it has died down, media coverage. Some people would also ask, is it a catch-22 for you to even be here talking to somebody that would be considered part of the mainstream media about the eventual documentary? Explain all of that to us.
My documentary, first things first, I'd like people to see it. They can learn about a new form of media, people without press passes. It's on Snag Films. You can go to snagfilms.com and watch it tonight. It's very important. You have to sell a picture. But they are storytellers. They're mad that they don't get the attention from mainstream media. They don't distrust it. They just feel like no one's bothered to, they think they're marauding in a park, that they're broke jokes, that they're young people that are fighting for major issues. And they feel that mainstream media really wasn't attracted to that it wasn't, if it didn't bleed, it leads.
As you point out, Kevin Breslin, director of While We Watch. Again, it's on Snag.
Snag Films this evening at 8 o'clock. You can go to snagfilms.com.
All right. Sir, thanks so much. Kevin, great to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.